What is going on, guys, and welcome back to a special YouTube upload for dedicated to the Clone Wars Adventures emulator. Now, in this video, we're not going to be exploring anything. We're not going to be really discussing much because we've already explored pretty much everything that there currently is in the emulator. A good friend of mine, he's already done his own videos of the emulator, and he did his own little origin of how his character came into view, how his character was originally started, etc. So I thought, why not do a little test experiment with that, see if I like this video or not. If I do, then you'll see it on YouTube. If not, then this is just myself talking to myself. Anyway, so pretty much we're going to be discussing about Lord Snake, Dark Emperor Snake. We're going to be discussing about where he came from, who he is, and how he got popular back in the original game, because believe it or not, he was actually a very popular person. So, Dark Emperor Snake, I actually went through quite a lot of name changes with him. I know I had originally had his first name was actually Tainus Bantagunner, believe it or not. And that Tainus Bantagunner in Snake's backstory, when I tried creating one, and eventually when after I did create it, Tainus Bantagunner became Snake's brother, and Snake, he just had, his original name, just simple Snake. So he went through quite a few name changes. I think he went probably through 4 or 5 name changes. I cannot remember entirely for sure. But I do know one of them, I think, was Lightning Bolt 675. I think that was his second name. And the backstory towards that was because I told a lot of people on the original Clone Wars Adventures forums that I had a storm chasing vehicle that I went after, chasing a lot of horrible weather and whatnot. Unfortunately, all of that was actually false. That was all just a lie. I don't think I ever told anyone about that, so this is probably going to be the first that everyone knows about this. I used to make up different stories because my life was so shitty and so horrible that I just wanted something to entertain people with. Now, that lightning name, whatever the hell that was just a random made-up name. That was a really stupid name. And I'm really glad I changed it in the end, because I think he went through, afterwards, I think he went through Lord Snake, and funny fact, too, when I was changing his name in I think the 3rd time, I had actually submitted a name request for Lord Snakey. And luckily they declined it, and I took away the Y, and they automatically gave me the name Lord Snake. Afterwards, the name became really old and whatnot, so I changed it to Dark Lord Snake, and then that's where he was pretty much the most popular, was when he was Dark Lord, and then eventually he was given the name Dark Emperor. Now, Dark Emperor, the backstory behind Dark Emperor was because I believe it was Empress Xaya's squad. I believe it was her squad or Alexandra. I don't think it was Alexandra. But anyway, I was in one of the squads that got majorly hacked, and they kicked every member out, especially with me, and they changed the name to the Dark Emperor's Guardians, I think. Dark Emperor's Guards, or somewhere around that line. And I liked the name Dark Emperor so much, so I decided to change the name. And ever since then, Snake has always been just given the name Dark Emperor Snake. Now, I have went through only about 3 squads in my entire time of being on here. My original squad was named the All-Powerful Sith Squad, I believe. And that squad was actually quite active. I eventually got to a point where it was 100 members, which that was the maximum amount of people you could have in your squad, which I was super glad for. Unfortunately, my squad got hacked quite a bit, to where it was actually one of my trusting generals who had removed so many people that they had no permission to. So eventually I found out about that, and I pretty much kicked them out. And then the squad went downhill from there on, and so I went with Empress Exea because she was such a really, really close friend to me, and I helped her actually build her squad up, and I also helped her name the squad. Believe it or not, the Dark Empress, I'm the original founder of the Dark Empress for creating it. Now, Exea, she is still the leader for the Dark Empress to this day. No, that does not mean she's still around, because she isn't, unfortunately. And truthfully, I don't even know if she's alive. I really hope she is. But afterwards, she wasn't logging in anymore, and I went to another leader, Alexandra, and I started building trust with her, and I pretty much gained the most loyal respect for Alexandra Nova, to where that's the squad I became the most popular in. Now, I became super popular with a lot of people, and just by being who I was and how I was acting, because I was acting super mature, super, just super focused and whatnot. I was helping out a lot of people, playing mini games with quite a few people and whatnot, just pretty much hanging out with them and, giving them feedback on their housing lots, etc. Just a lot of that stuff. I earned a lot of respect towards a lot of people, and I pretty much just hung out right here in the main hall, because this was pretty much the main hub for everyone. Now, honestly, the real reason behind Snake, the real reason behind his name, it's not because I like snakes. I believe it or not, I've never ever seen a snake before. I have seen one or two, but that was like when I was super young, in the single digits, and I just randomly came up with this name, truthfully. There's no real reason to why his name became Snake. It was just that. It's just random. But I'm really glad his name came out as it is, because, like I said, he was super popular in the game, and a lot of people really loved him, and they really supported him a lot. I had a lot of housing lots that were built. Unfortunately, my account during, I think it was 2013, I believe, either 2012 or 2013, my entire account got hacked. Unfortunately, that was all on my fault as well, because I had lended my account information to a friend of mine on Facebook, because I wasn't going to be online, and I needed help, doing the daily quests and whatnot. Unfortunately, that was a really stupid idea for me, because when I gave that friend my account information, she sold it to another guy who went in and changed everything, and that's where all the hacking started. So anyway, that's the entire hacking incident, and I got my account back about 2 days after, 1 or 2 days after, and so Snake, he became much more powerful, much more dependent on everything that he owned. So anyway, furthermore, honestly, that's pretty much it for Snake, truthfully, because I don't really have much of a good backstory for him. I mean, I've created quite several stories that had him in it, but they were really nothing really majorly interesting. I would definitely link out some books that I've made, but unfortunately the website figment.com, where I have posted all those, has been shut down. Luckily, I do have all my writings still saved, so yay. But honestly, I mean, that's pretty much it. It really is it. So I hope you guys definitely enjoyed this video. I'll probably try and remake another one later on as time goes by. When multiplayer releases in 2019, possibly, definitely feel free to add me, because I will still have the same name, and I'll be sure to accept you and hang out with a lot of people and rebuild my popularity back up. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like. And until they have further updates, I will talk to you guys later.